Hey everybody, Nendo12 here with another video. This is going to be an announcement video, and it's going to be pretty interesting because I'm going to be answering a question that many people have been asking for years. Is Disney doing more harm than good? Now, in order to state my opinion of what's going on, I need to go into explaining a few things before I state my opinion. That way you understand why I came to this decision. So, let's get started. And I'm going to try to keep this at like a 20-minute video at most. So, this isn't going to be too long. So, first thing you have to understand is every single fairy tale has a dark origin. All of them. Snow White, she ate a poison apple that killed her, and the prince hung himself so he could be with her. It sounds a lot like Romeo and Juliet, I know. I mean, a lot of these grim fairy tales have a lot of that going on. Aladdin, when he got blasted off to that snowy place, wherever that was, he died there. He never came back. He died there. And Jasmine ended up slitting Jafar's throat while he slept. And the Little Mermaid, the sea witch, put a spell on the prince so he would fall in love with her, and then Ariel was so depressed that she jumped off of a cliff, landed in the water, and turned into sea foam. So, yeah, every fairy tale has a dark origin. And Disney took these dark stories and turned them into kid-friendly, family-fun entertainment. So already you see the problem with Disney. I mean, just the fact that they're using these dark stories as a base for making their movies. Yeah. And sometimes it'll work. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it'll works. So, but then at the same time, there are two things that always pop up in a Disney film. Aside from like the love interest, the main character, and all that other stuff. Aside from all that, there are two things that always pop up. One, the villain is creepy in some way, shape, or form. Like, crap your pants creepy. Give you nightmares for a week. That's constantly in these. That is constantly in these movies. And second is a depressing scene. I mean, in every other movie from Disney, there's a scene where somebody leaves, somebody dies, someone's in a deep depression, or somebody's just singing a flat-out depressing song. So, I mean, that's in every other Disney movie. So, and here's the thing. Those things leave more of an impact on kids than the happy stuff. I mean, we like seeing happy stuff. I mean, we're okay with seeing a few sad moments here and there, or maybe one thing we would find scary, but don't make them don't let them make such an impact. Have them be like somewhat sad, but not too sad to where we'll get extremely depressed. So there's that, and yeah. So we have their origin, and we have creepy villains and extremely sad moments in the movies. And let's see. Oh, then Disney expanded its company to Pixar, which I'd be lying if I said that those movies weren't good. Um, I'll admit, I do think that the Pixar movies are actually very entertaining, very good, very well put together. Um, but they also bought Studio Ghibli, which the main director for Studio Ghibli is Hayao Miyazaki, the greatest anime movie director of all time. And this was like a few years ago. Up until a few years ago, they just gave him money for his movies, and they supported his movies. Up until a few years ago, that's all they did. But now they've completely bought it. So, yeah, that's a little upset. That's pretty upsetting. If you're an anime fan. Let's see. Speaking of anime, they also bought not just Pokemon. I'm not sure if they still own it. They owned it. They owned it for many years. I'm not sure if they still own it, but for many years they owned Pokemon. And let's see. They own Naruto, which has been voted the number one greatest anime / manga. So Naruto, and they've bought almost half the rights to Bleach. Almost half the rights to Bleach have been bought, like, I don't know, somewhere in the 40s. But then again, I haven't checked for a while, so who knows, it might have been bought already. Haven't checked for a couple weeks. And rumor has it that they're also trying to buy One Piece. To be honest, I believe that. Because if they control Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, they'll control the 3 greatest anime and manga series there is. That's the big 3. Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. So, I mean, they already have all that, and they even bought Marvel. And they're trying to buy, like, DC. They're trying to buy DC heroes. And, let's see. So you got DC, Marvel, Studio Ghibli, the big 3, and Pokemon, Pixar, and regular Disney. And now they have LucasArts. Disney. To anybody out there who may watch this video, if you work for Disney, what is your problem? You already own Marvel. You're trying to get DC. You already own Naruto. You're trying to get One Piece and Bleach. You already own Studio Ghibli and Pixar. Not to mention your regular Disney company. And now you buy Star Wars? One of the greatest movie series that has ever been around, ever made, if not the greatest. God, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with that company? I was willing to forgive you for buying out Studio Ghibli. And I was willing to forgive you for buying out Naruto. I was willing to forgive you for buying out Marvel. And those are three things that I really hate that you own. I hated that you own those three things. But I was willing to forgive you. But this, once you buy Star Wars, you are crossing the line. So, to answer the question, is Disney doing more harm than good? Yes, they are. Few years from now, they're going to buy the rights to Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, and Harry Potter, and they're going to totally destroy the reputation of those series too. So, Disney is messed up. When they started off like taking dark fairy tales. Okay? They were making movies about dark fairy tales. And that alone is pretty weird. That alone is pretty weird. But then they have to go and do all this other crap. And you know what? You know what? Here's what I think. This is something I've been thinking about for years. And them buying Star Wars just makes me believe it even more. Disney is trying to take over the world. Think about it. They've already bought Marvel. They're trying to buy DC. They've already bought Naruto and Studio Ghibli. They're trying to buy Bleach and One Piece. They already have Pixar, their regular Disney. They've just bought LucasArts. They're going to expand even more. They're going to buy everything. Pretty soon, computers, TVs, video games, shows, everything we know will be owned by Disney. 10, 20 years, 30 years from now, within the next 50 years, everything will be owned by Disney. They are trying to take over the world. And you may say I'm paranoid, but no, they are. Just wait. Wait and you will see. They are trying to take over the world. Well, I can't think of much of anything else to say. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Now, since you've watched my opinion, tell the people, warn them. Because 10 to 50 years from now, we will be forced to change Jesus to Mickey. We will be worshiping Mickey. Not Jesus, Mickey. And if that happens, we're all doomed. Doomed! I named Nendo12. If you can name it, I can review it. Doomed!